Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to a breezy edition of A Guide to Poor Parenting, a podcast where me, Jason,
and me, Jennifer,
have a few drinks
and talk shit about our kids.
Please follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Guide to Poor Parenting.
And Facebook, TikTok at Poor Parent Pod.
If you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice or have questions for us,
please call us at 256-274-129.
And please leave us a message.
I got us 2 new voicemails today.
Nice. That's awesome.
Zay and I recently made some new friends, and they're not parents themselves, but...
they have some funny stories about them as kids, or...
No, one of them babysat a niece, and they both were like watching nieces and nibblings. And,
nibblings?
That's the gender-neutral term for nieces and nephews.
Oh. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, so nibblings.
Okay.
But it's they've had funny stories about their nibblings, and I got them to record them for me.
Awesome.
So.
Well, now we just need our people who actually listen to the podcast, because majority of the voicemails we have, we just make the guests tell us another story.
Well, I'm hoping the reason I'm doing someone I saw online was saying, you have to do that at first to prime the pump to get people to interact.
Prime the pump?
Yeah, just to.
Sorry,
it's all good. To get people to interact, you kind of create the scenario.
They hear it and they're like, "Oh, they're really gonna do it." It's not like them messing or just saying they're in it but not doing it.
Yeah,
maybe.
It kind of encourages people to join in and start. So, and I'm hoping next. So, I've been looking at webcams, and next season, do my best to get us on. I know Jennifer's not super excited about it, but...
Oh, you mean not YouTube now, where it's just the
where we have a video version.
But they get to see us talk and drink, hide our face when we eat food. Oh, that'll be fun.
So, I've been looking at webcams, and
You better know how much I love you for this.
Well, I do, and I appreciate everything you've done for me and doing this podcast with me. It's been a blast. But I've been amazed at how expensive.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I was like, we'll just get a webcam, the kind of shit you do for Zoom meetings. Mm-hmm. But the quality is so shitty on them.
Yeah. And
so I'm like, what do these YouTubers really use? And a lot of them use digital cameras, but I've been looking at $300 is the bare bones minimum. And I'm like, that's a lot for a podcast that doesn't earn any money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just some fun shit I'm doing.
Yeah. But I mean, you have spent $300 on something that you didn't even use.
I spent more than you.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not. It's your money, but
yeah, no. But I mean, I will say I am. But it's $300 a pop, and I would need probably 3 cameras.
Yeah, because it'd be one on me, one room.
Mm-hmm. So one for the guest if we have one in the league.
And in the room too, you want.
I don't know.
Some of the podcasters, don't they have one where it shows both of us talking?
They do. So they have a wide shot and then in individual shots. I don't have the time to do that much video editing. So it will just be a tight shot on you, a tight shot on me. And if we have a third guest, either remotely, I'll use the remote software we use, or if they're in studio with us. I think what we're probably going to do is, for the time being, normally when Jennifer and I record these episodes, she's on one couch, I'm on another one, facing each other, and we're about 6-7 feet apart.
Yeah, not too far, but far enough.
Yeah, so I think in the future when we have guests, you and I will have to be on the same couch, and we'll have you can stay where you're at. I'll move.
Yeah, but
the reason I'm saying
it might make them, I guess. But if Zane wants to sit in, I guess he gets in the middle of us.
No, I just sit on the couch with him. Who cares?
But if he doesn't know them, he might come.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, but the reason I was thinking it would be best to have us on the same couch is I can have one cam focused on us,
and then
I can split ours into 2 and then put their image in between us.
I got you.
So it looks a little more natural.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens. Like I said, these cameras are expensive. I did buy a more expensive webcam just to see how it looks. And it looks good, but it gives my skin, the people who watch our TikToks and our Facebook Reels and whatnot, I'm a ginger, and gingers have a red complected skin, and it makes me look even more ruddy. So I have to figure out a way so I don't look so rosy. But
I didn't get that part of being.
No.
I didn't get the hair.
Well, you're also wearing a little bit of makeup. So
no.
You don't wear foundation anymore?
I stopped. I got lazy. I've just not been feeling well. I've actually been thinking
about trying when we do go to camera. They make a product called tinted moisturizer. Mm-hmm. It's just moisturizer with a little bit of the foundation in it.
Okay.
And it's not like it's real sheer, but it evens your tone out.
I got you.
So I think
we won't look as white.
We won't look as splotchy.
Okay.
So our tone. So I'm just thinking I might do that for myself. The problem with I would do that in everyday wear, except that I touch my face all the time and it would just come off. Yeah. And I don't wash my face at night.
And that's not
it
good
would stain
for
my
your
sheets.
And well, I was thinking of your face than your sheets, but you could wash your face.
I could, but I don't. So, and I'm bald, so I'd have to go over my entire scalp just to make it look even.
So just take a shower before you...
No, I prefer to wake up. I have to take a shower. However, Miss Jennifer, to pull the curtain back, where are we recording right now?
We are actually on your back porch.
Yeah. And
that's why he said it was a breezy day, because right now we are enjoying fall weather, not summer weather here in Huntsville. Yesterday was a beautiful day.
Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
And it was hot at times when the clouds and we were out in the sun, but you have an awesome backyard that has ceiling fans and a very big covered roof. So we were in the shade. We got the fans going. This is my spot when I come and visit because I smoke. And it is a very nice place. And we did this because Kalia is having a hair appointment, and so we were like, we didn't want to stop the the podcast in the middle of it and have to rewind and figure out where we were to start the conversation back. And then in the middle of that, while we got outside, got snacks, drinks, everything set up, hairdressers can I do a little bit later? So I guess we'll do both our podcasts out here because
it's so nice.
It is very nice. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm not saying I'm not, because this is,
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah. I will say for our listeners, if you hear birds chirping or if
motorcycles,
you hear you might hear the AC kick on.
Yep.
The audio software I use to edit our stuff usually does a pretty good job of fixing that. But if you hear it, that's what's going on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, but I'm liking this. This is nice.
I think,
and maybe in the winter we can have the fire pit, and I can just bundle.
Fireside.
I just bundle because I'm
about to say we have 80 degree days in winter too. So
and I wear hoodies. I'm a very not cold hearted, but
you've also lost a bunch of weight in the last year.
I miss my booty. But anyways, so we're on the back patio, so I hope if you do like birds chirp, you hear it. I don't know if software's going to take it out, but I like it. I like to hear the nature. Yeah. I just don't want no damn bugs coming. And that usually doesn't happen with us. Yeah. So. But how's your week been, Jason?
Because
we've done a lot, I think, since the last time we've done How's Your Week Been, haven't we?
Last weekend, Jennifer and I recorded 2 back-to-back. No, not 2. We recorded 2 episodes with guests.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. We did 1 remote, and that was a good talk. He was Chris. The episode you're listening to now, our listeners, is the one that comes out after Chris's. And I apologize ahead of time for the audio quality because I didn't want to have to move all my microphones into my office to record because my daughter and the grandkids were going up. So I was like, we'll just use the mics we use for our TikTok videos, and I don't know what happened to the recording software, the online recording software, but it normally it produces a track for me and Jennifer and a track for our guest. I can merge them and the audio levels sound good. This time, Chris's audio track fucked up. Mm-hmm. Luckily, there was a backup and I was able to salvage it somewhat.
Yeah.
However, when I pulled it out, they were out of sync. So I had to go through and figure out where they were out of sync and move his track along, because he was about maybe 30 seconds shorter than ours.
Oh wow!
Maybe a minute, and I had to figure out where it started sounding odd, and,
right?
And break it apart and move his around.
Yeah, because we don't want to ask a question and then a minute and a half later we're talking about something else. He had already answered it, and
it sounded so strange when I first listened. Why is this? But the beginning of the audio, it sounded fine. It sounded good and clear, and we were in sync. But
maybe there was a Wi-Fi issue or something.
He did pause, while we were in the middle of recording. He did pause, and it doesn't. But I don't know why we use something called Squadcast to record our online, and I don't know what it did.
But it did something.
It did something. But I was able to recover, but I will never not use our fancier mics because had I used our fancier mics, I would have had our good quality audio, and I figured out a way to get his audio into our recorder house.
Okay.
So I was kind of upset about that, but I was able to salvage it. And then if you listen to Vonda's episode, good Lord. It's just me and Zane yelling at Jennifer and
well,
Drew.
Zane didn't really yell, but Drew was going to be a Vonda wrangler because Vonda, I would say she has ADHD because she tends to jump topics. So Drew was supposed to be there to help guide her.
She just ended up distracting you.
And then Drew was just like talking to me, and I'm like, and like whispering, like, okay, yeah, but let's finish the podcast. And then Jason a couple times had to be like, girls, don't make me come over there.
I had to mute y'all a couple times because y'all were literally just having a sidebar conversation, and then a couple of times Drew would start piping up, and Vonda would grab her head and put her right next to the microphone.
Oh yeah, or I would try to put my microphone near Drew. Well, because it's a peanut gallery. Because you don't do the same thing to Zane. Because Zane knows to kind of lean.
And he doesn't do a lot either. Yeah, he might pipe in on Tad.
Drew Drew felt that vodka. She wants me to take her to Costco.
So funny.
She felt that vodka. She was like, girl, when I got home, I still had some in my cup. No, I don't know if she did really. I'm just being silly. But she was like, when we got home, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to get me some of that. Because she's the tequila drinker. Tequila is the vodka drinker. And I am the whiskey drinker, which I usually drink Jameson.
Yep.
When we go. And Vonda's the Crown with the Red Bull. And BB does something. She's a mixer. So on Vonda's we had a new bartender. Because it's like a Cheers place that we go to every Thursday. And we had a new bartender, and she was like pouring out of the bottle drinks into people's mouths.
Ooh.
And she looked at me, and I'm like, no, unless it's cold. And she's like, I'll make it cold. I'm like, okay then, whatever, And so for Vonda's, she's doing straight Crown, so I grabbed the Red Bull, and after she gets her drinking, I poured a little Red Bull after the fact, and they thought that was hilarious. And then old girl comes around with a bottle of Jameson. That shit ain't cold. But everybody's like, oh, you're such a girl, you can drink. And I was like, you know this, but I don't like warm alcohol or liquor. I don't like warm liquor.
Yep.
And I was like, I can't wait for Tina to come back. And apparently that hurt her feelings.
Oh.
I was like, well, don't lie to me then.
Yeah.
Because you told me it was going to be cold. I'll drink as much as you want to if that shit's cold.
Throw it in the freezer.
Well, just, shake it. Just pour it out of the shaker, But yeah, we all have our drinks, but it's just so funny that tequila is a vodka drinker.
When we had when we had Drew on the podcast, she just wanted straight tequila.
Yep. And it has to be white.
Yep.
Let's be clear. She doesn't do any dark.
So we bought some, and I don't particularly love tequila. I didn't mind it when we did the episode with the guy from the divorce and single family insurance thing. I can't remember.
Oh, the one where it was email where the agent asked you about
the
him.
PR agent.
Yeah, that was cool.
But he suggested we do tequila and lemonade, and I like that because it disguised the tequila flavor, but I just do not like that. I don't like straight tequila because it was like I was starting to get a little nauseous by the end of it. But I'm glad she enjoyed the Costco vodka.
She did.
But to answer your earlier question, my week has been pretty good.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going off on the last episodes we did.
ADHD over here.
I'm trying to think. Nothing big's been going on. Well, I have been having to burn through my paid time off at work, so that's been. I'd had to take half day on Friday, and for our listeners, we're recording this on Sunday, and I'm going to take off Monday. So I think I'm going to go rent me a pressure washer and pressure wash our back porch because it's like covered in cobwebs and shit all over the floor. So I'm going to go pressure wash everything and try and clean up the exterior of the house a tad.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I'm just ready for this.
Or you can take next Friday off and help me move my new house.
I thought you were getting the thing on Saturday.
What?
Well, I thought you were getting the U-Haul on Saturday.
Yeah, but I mean, we can do cars.
Oh, you want to do... I can come over early if you want.
I'm just saying.
So that's how my week's...
Cut that out.
We're not talking about that?
If I should until later.
I
don't know, just in case.
Well,
because Wesley has brought up the podcast, so let's cut all this out.
Okay, I'll take it out.
So we won't talk about me moving.
Okay. Well, since I'm going to cut this out, I will say DHR is going to know where you're going to live because you have to update your address to get your checks. So.
No, I don't.
Why?
Because my sister's living there.
Oh, I guess you're true. Okay. Well, yeah. All right.
Just
so note to self, cut this out from the transcript.
All right. So you're taking Monday off.
Taking Monday off.
To pressure wash and
do some chores around the house. But,
and
yeah, so
get the porch clean for us to do podcasts out here.
And if you're kidding. For our listeners, if you're hearing a rumble in the background, that is our air conditioner system going.
Yeah, they have a big one.
But yeah, life's been pretty good. Nothing, just kind of lazy. I didn't tell you.
Uh-oh.
So Zane's 49th birthday is coming up.
Yes.
And we had a guest on the podcast a month or two ago, and she was talking about how she took her son's hang gliding. So, hang gliding?
Hang gliding. Okay.
Do you remember? I think it was Aaron.
I thought you said hay riding, and I'm like, that.
Zane
that's nice, but I don't think that would be a good birthday present.
No,
I'm sorry.
Not hay riding. Hang
I
gliding.
just can't hear.
So it was Erin when we had her on. She was talking about taking her kids hang gliding.
Yeah.
So I booked us a night in Chattanooga and got him tickets to go hang gliding.
Are you gonna go with him?
No.
No, you don't want to hang glide?
No, I don't want to hang glide. But I didn't go skydiving with him either.
And I don't think you ziplined with us either, did you?
No, I ziplined. I don't mind. When did y'all go ziplining?
When we were in Vegas for my birthday.
Yes, I did do that.
So it was me, EJ, and Griffin.
And then it was me, Zane, and someone else.
Okay. You went after us. That's right. I just remember, I wasn't drunk or anything. I just remember Griffin being really drunk.
Uh-huh.
And I was very surprised they let him do it. So that's what my brain remembers.
Yep. But yeah, we're going to spend the night. I borrowed his phone to go do something else for the webcams to see if I could get that working.
Yeah.
And I stole his friend. I texted myself his friend's number that lives in Chattanooga that I doesn't see very often.
Uh-huh.
I was like, hey, if you're free, meet us up for dinner and surprise him.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, so I think
I like that. Yeah. I think he'll love that.
I think he'll enjoy it.
Definitely. When is that?
The Saturday the 11th.
Okay. So. I'll be doing A&M homecoming stuff that weekend, so that'd be a perfect weekend for both of us not to do the podcast.
I figured we also Mom wants to take him out for dinner sometime, I think Sunday. And so I was hanging out with my mom. She's like, oh, when can I take him out for dinner? I was like, well, I don't know when Zane's mom's going to take him out. So I actually called Zane's mom. I'm like, hey, Sandra, when are you taking him out? She's like, oh, I haven't planned it yet. She's like, I'll just plan around you. Don't worry about me. Okay.
That's funny.
How's your week been, my love?
Busy.
Getting the house all cleaned up?
Yes. We have painted. Well, my sister's been helping me paint the house to try to... I know I don't talk about Wesley much these days anymore, but there's a little PTSD in my house right now. So my sister's being really, really thoughtful. And, I had to throw away my couch because he has urinasis. And he did that on both of my couches. He did it on his bed, so we had to throw away his bed and then, his mattress, and then his bed frame. He pretty much just destroyed that. So DHR came for a visit that they were supposed to do with court, and she's like, "Why is it empty?" And I was like, "Well, I had to get a new window because Wesley had broken the window," and I was like, I had to get all the stuff out.
Yeah,
and then we have to. Patch the holes that he made by punching the wall. There's about 3 holes. Some of them I don't know where they came from, but she was like, well, I can see that you're doing, good stuff and whatever you have to do to help yourself, manage inside, the house, then you do that. And I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing, but we're going to, get it all straight out, excuse me, straightened out. And then we'll, get everything in. But it's just going to take a while because, mattresses and windows and...
the windows?
Yeah. Until the sweat dropped down my balls. If I had balls, because it was hot. But, and a new door. Like, I had to spend a whole lot of money on just that alone. So... I told her, I was like, I have until December, so we're good on that. I'm doing what I can, and it just will take time. She didn't ask any questions. She just walked around, and that was it. And I'm sorry to say, like, I have no faith in DHR.
So for our out of Alabama listeners, DHR, the Department of Human Resources, which runs the foster care system. Like
well, they're supposed to be able to, like, help in other people's needs, like help them figure things out and give them resources. And my caseworker is not giving me anything but to tell me to put up signs, to tell him to clean his room, his bathroom, do stuff in the laundry. I mean, that's baby shit, and that's what she's telling me to do. And it kind of pissed me off. But... other than that, work is horrible because my boss don't like me right now, or my boss doesn't like anybody right now. Let me change that.
I'm about to say, your boss is just super stressed out.
She is going through it, guys. Like, she is just...
She's on the struggle bus.
I think she's getting stuff from, like, getting pulled every direction. And then I ended up... I got work 7 to 4. It was like 4:02. My lead, because my boss had already left, my lead was leaving, and I was like, hey, I still have this part that I need to do so that we can get bills out. Do you want me to stay and do them? And she's like, yes, that would be for the best. And I'm like, okay. So the next day, I was going to email my boss. And
I'm going to stop you, Jack. Are you sure you want to keep this in the podcast?
Did I say?
You haven't named, but like I know at least some of your coworkers know that we do the podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So
I nothing bad happened. Jennifer's boss is awesome. She's just really stressed out.
We'll start. So work, I'm just going to start from there.
Yeah.
So work has been crazy. I got some overtime because I needed to get something done, and my lead approved it. But then when my lead told my supervisor, she got pissed. So I went to talk to my lead, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to tell my boss that I stayed till, 5:03 or whatever time it was. And I didn't do that shit in person because I don't want to. And my lead was like, she was pissed. And I was like, okay.
But not at you. She was just stressed out in general. No, she was just
stressed out in general, yeah. So I emailed her, and I was like, hey... to get this out when it needed to get out, I stayed longer. Would you rather me come in Friday morning late, or would you rather me leave early on Friday? Like, I gave her the choice, so that way, I'm not getting in trouble.
On toes, yep.
Yeah. And she was like, come in late. I'm like, okay, got this, fine. I didn't even see her, so I came in late, and it's just been a lot of work. And we're not allowed overtime, and it really sucks because I know I've talked about us going to a new computer system, and we were told one thing, and now it's changed completely.
And it's making your life's a little bit harder?
Yes. And one of our people, I love him. He is so quiet, but I make him laugh. And he's moving on up to another position. And his last day was Thursday, and he's getting married this weekend.
Aww. To a deluxe apartment in the sky?
Yes. Not the marriage, the job. But when I was telling him, I'm going to miss you, I felt like, these last couple of months, like we've gotten closer, he actually got up and gave me a hug.
Aww.
And I was like, oh, I'm really going to miss you now. And he was like, in the position he's going to, I can mess some shit up. And I can be like, hey, buddy, I messed some shit up. Well, can you come down here? And then now he's like, that way you can see me. I was like, at least you're not saying, because, everybody that leaves the department and goes to another position is always like, oh, yeah, I'm going to come back and I'm going to say hi. But like right. In my business, like me right now, I'm not leaving and going to speak to somebody else in another department. There's right. Just no way. I got to work.
Yeah.
And that's how it is because they're learning and all this stuff. And he didn't say that. I was like, thank you for not saying that. Because our last guy that left, who I enjoyed immensely as well, he was like, I'm going to come back all the time. And I'm like, seeing him in the hallway. I'm like, when was the last time you came back? And he was like, girl. I was like, I know, don't say it. I told you not to say it. But yeah, just busy. Trying to get the house kind of straightened away. Stuff I don't need.
Right.
Like I have a deep freezer because of when one of my, because I'm the house of the wayward gays. When one of my gays lived there, he cooked a lot. So we had the deep freezer because my little freezer and my fridge wasn't big enough for him to get meals. And then we used to do smoothies. So there was a lot of strawberries and, right. Fruit for him to make me he would make me a smoothie every day. I mean, I'm not saying no to that. But everything's expired now because he moved out 5-ish years ago. 6? I don't know.
No, wait. I've had Cleo since she was 5.
Oh, so yeah, 7, 8 years ago then. Yeah. And most of it was that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I got a bin and I just threw all the food in, took it outside and put the bin in the garbage can. Kept the bin, went back inside, did it again. And my next door neighbor's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm cleaning out the deep freezer because I don't need it no more. So I'm going to give it to my pops. Because he says he wants it. Right. I'm like, okay, y'all can put y'all's turkeys in there when it's time for, Thanksgiving. And, they might need it more because mama cooks, And he was like, oh, is there any meat in there? And at first I was thinking, he wants this meat. And, I was like, well, it's all expired. It's the first thing I said. And I was like, and the meat, you can't tell it's meat. It's just like the white crystals, the ice crystals on top of it. And he was like, well, just know if it gets really, really hot, your trash can's going to smell. And I was like, well, it's Friday night. So by Sunday when the trash comes, hopefully I don't have to open it and they just come get it. I don't care. If it bothers you, I apologize, but I have time to do this right now, so I'm going to do it. And he was like, oh, I just wanted to let you know. And I was like, well, in my head, I'm like, I have fucking common sense. If it gets hot and it starts like melting, yes, it's going to smell. But where my trash can is now, it's in the shade. It hasn't been that hot this week and there's no sun like directly on it. So I'm hoping it won't be too bad. Right. It might be bad, but hell, when we had the tornadoes, everything left anyways, and I don't even remember if we had trash service every week. So
for our out of town listeners, Jennifer's referring to in 2011, we had a bunch of tornadoes, and the whole city lost power for and
some people longer.
Yeah, and so everybody's had to dump out their
or everybody was just cooking some weird shit. And on their grills outside, for my birthday, because my 30th birthday happened to fall during all this, my friend, her husband made me a hot dog and some beans. Ooh. I keep dropping my charger, guys, sorry. And it was on a happy birthday plate, and they had cooked for me because, I'm like, I don't have a grill. Yeah. I'm all by myself. It was just me and Bailey, my puppy, and Anna Banana, my cat. Yeah. And I would go to work and I would charge all my shit and then I would go home and then I had this really chunky laptop that only power was an hour and a half. So if I had an hour and a half movie at night, I was set. But if I had a longer, it would just kill it in the middle of right at the end. but it was what I would do while I was getting ready for bed. Because, I would sit outside because luckily it was beautiful weather because it was April. So I would sit outside. I had a little radio, so I got to listen to music, but I had to listen to commercials. And my neighbors who I didn't even really know, one time I came back from work and they actually were like, hey, I know you're working right now, so we made you a plate. And I thought that was nice.
So let's, we're getting way off topic.
Sorry.
So you were clearing out your deep freezer?
Oh, it's cleared out. Oh, sorry. I hammered the shit out of all the ice on the side, took a bucket, put all the ice in the bucket, put it in the sink. And I put a towel inside and all around because they were like, the
ice melt.
The ice, it will drip down into. But it didn't because I did so good at hammering that the water is just at the bottom. It's just a little bit. So I have a towel in there to soak that all up.
Very good.
Yeah, so I did really good. I left the lid up and just did that. So that's ready to go to Pops's.
Nice. What are y'all doing with the dishwasher I gave you like 400 years ago?
Well, they were supposed to do the floors last week, and she's gonna ask them to do the dishwasher.
Okay.
Well, because the dishwasher I have, if you open it up, if you don't catch it, it just drops.
Yeah,
the lid just drops. Yeah. And so and there's a better dishwasher in my dog room. So, I told her, I was like, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this. She's like, no, I'll let the men do it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, when Zay and I bought this house, we gave Jennifer the dishwasher that was here because we already had one, or we were buying a new one, and that was 6 years ago. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll put it in, and then we never. So
never.
Sorry about that.
He did though mount my TV screens or TVs, which you will do again.
I will say I was also paranoid because I've never done a dishwasher, and I was scared I was going to screw it up.
And I wouldn't have minded if you screwed it up.
I've never done it. I'm glad they're gonna get someone to do it.
Well, they can screw it up then. But yeah, so we're just trying to get the house in decent order and
livable again.
And I have PTSD of my house, so we're trying to make it into a place that doesn't have that
heaviness.
Yeah. And make it something different. And because I'm a military brat, every 3 years I like to change things up. So we're changing a whole lot of things up. So
all
right. So yeah, work, house,
life.
That's how my week's been. Sorry guys, tangent.
Oh hush. I know Benjamin likes listening to us rant and rave, so I don't think he minds too much.
I think this Benjamin didn't even know that I was painting the house. I don't think so. That's funny.
All right, so for this week we are drinking. And I cannot. Jennifer and I were trying to figure this out during our drink review video. All right, I think it's pronounced Luis Gurpegui.
No, there's an R in it.
Gurpegui. Gur. G-U-R.
Yeah.
Gurpeg. It's not an R.
No,
there's not 2 R's, is it?
No, it's Gur.
Pegua.
Pegua.
Pegui.
Pegua.
Gurpgui.
Yeah.
I think it's Italian. No, it's Spanish.
It's Spanish because it's from Spain.
Anyway, it's a Crianza.
Yep. Yeah, we could do that one. Make it a little Spanish accent.
Crianza. It's a good wine, though. Yeah. I like it.
So Rioja.
I think that's the region in Spain it's from.
And then it says...
Read that for me, Jim.
Denominación de origen calificada. And he thought it said California at first.
I sure did.
But it is...
a product of Spain.
A product of Spain. Because I think only Riojas come from Spain, I want to say.
Yeah, that's the region.
Just like
that's the region.
I think it's just like Champagne.
Yeah, that's the region it's from.
Yeah.
It's good, though. Like, I've finished my... Like, I did a heavy pour, and I'm pretty much done, and I've really liked it. I wish y'all could see Jennifer contemplating this bottle so deeply.
Well, Jennifer has contacts but needs readers, so that's where I am in life. I was trying to see if it said, because it doesn't even you know how most of them say, oh, this would be good with a good...
I think only Americans say that.
Oh, do they?
Europeans are like, you should know what the fuck this goes with.
Yeah. This just talks about the vineyard, so...
It's good, though.
It's very much growing on me, yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a Crianza?
Crianza?
I don't know. However you pronounce it. I don't think I've ever had this grape.
And that's 2019 grape.
Yeah, I do like it though. It's one of those $7 to $10 bottles I've gotten at Costco. And I saw a $4 bottle at Costco. So I want to go get it, see how it tastes. Because we've had, like Jennifer and I have gotten some $4 bottles from Walmart. We got a Merlot from Walmart.
Yeah.
That was really fucking good.
Yep.
I was amazed.
I know this isn't our topic, but me and Mama were talking about wines the other day. So she worked at a, a local,
hotel?
Whatever the Ledges is.
Country club.
Country club? Okay. So she went from waitressing to starting up the beginning parts of country clubs and then hotels. So she went from waitressing, then she went to another country club. She learned a lot because that was an established country. Mm-hmm. And then when the Ledges opened up, which is a country club that's like up on the hill, and it's got the golf course, and they have like fine dining and all this stuff. They would have a sommelier because I was talking about your cousin Kelly going to Cambridge. And, that she has that, where she can
identify the flavors.
And I was telling Mama, I ain't got none of that. So don't ask me to be a sommelier. But Mama was like, they would make us taste it so that we could explain it to the customers. Right. And so they would, give them glasses, and Mama would just take a sip and then give it to whoever liked it the most. And then she was like, I found one. And when the girl was like, I'll take it, Mom was like, nope. And I was like, oh, go Mama, all right.
Back in her drinking days.
Well, I mean.
She doesn't drink anymore.
She didn't never really drink.
Oh, yeah.
The story she told me, she was like 19 and she got drunk. And that was last time. Like, she never really drank around me.
No, but I mean, she doesn't even touch alcohol now, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty, 99.9% sure she doesn't drink it now, but this was part of her job, so she had to at least taste it. But yeah, she would be like, you talk to these master sommeliers, and because they would come and teach, and they're like, don't worry about the price.
It's easy for you to say.
Well, no, because they're talking to my mom and the waitresses and stuff like that, just maybe after the class or whatever. Right. That there are wines that are inexpensive that taste better than one that was like an 1800-year-old, like Merlot or whatever, And then I told her, I was like, there's a box wine that Jason and I live by. And she was like, the guy, he said box wine? There's some really, really good box wines. Yep. And they stay fresher.
Yep, because there's no oxygen.
And then you don't have to put a topper on it, and you get a lot of bottles out of one. And she's like, it doesn't really depend on price. So people who don't know anything about wine will come in and be like, okay, I want this $1,000 bottle of wine that I've never tasted in my life. I want that because it's expensive. Yeah. Because they think the more expensive it is, the better it is. Yep. And you can't take that shit back.
Well, there've been studies that show if you pour this if you have a bottle that is known to be expensive, you could pour a cheaper wine in, and people think it tastes better
because they think that it's Yeah. So she was talking to me about that, and I had worked at the Ledges as a receptionist as a second job on Sundays when they did brunches. Right. So, when it was cold, I was also the coat check girl, so I got some tips from that. And then I could eat the food. Let me tell you.
Tell me.
Some fancy good food. I'd be full for the rest of the day. Because I could get as much as I want when everybody left. Because that was, kind of, I got a little break, went and got my food, and I'd have 2 plates. Just to try, because, I don't eat fancy food all the time. Some of it was good, some of it wasn't so good, but I got, and I was like, Mama, why did I ever get to try the wines? And she was like, because that wasn't part of your job. And I was like, damn. Okay. But it was funny to talk to her about this because, now I never really drank wine as a teenager or a 20-year-old or like I didn't start really drinking wine until my late 20s, I guess. And before it was just Moscato. Like I wanted the sweetest shit in the world because I love sweet shit.
Yeah.
Give me a pound of sugar and Kool-Aid and I'm set for life.
Get you some Boone's Farm.
And then my wine was Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill. It's the only one I would drink. And I tried it later in life and that shit is nasty.
Yeah.
Because your palate changes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, we were talking about all of this, and it was just really cool to talk about something that my mama did in the past, because mama doesn't really do much now, because she's holy. She's godly.
She's involved in the church.
Huh?
She's involved in the church.
Yeah, and she really, listens to gospel music, doesn't curse, doesn't, and then I do all of it, so I'm a heathen. But I enjoyed the interaction with my mama.
Yeah.
Because it was really nice. And then, we know, a $10 bottle of wine might be like the best thing in the world. And then a $50 wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her about the rosé. That was how it all started, was like, I don't like rosés. Why are they pink? I don't want it, And I told her about Kelly at the barbecue having one. And I don't know the cost of it, but it's probably expensive because Kelly bought it. But it was really good and refreshing. And I was like, I like that.
I'm going to hopefully get Kelly to give me a list of wines. I was like, give me some like $10 to $15 wines I can get for the podcast. All right, Miss Jennifer. So Jennifer is pouring me a glass of wine, and she's got a mouthful of cheese. So this is a good spot for us to take a break. So we will be right back. And we're back. Miss Jennifer is still trying to suck down that cracker with some cheese on it. So this is one of our topic episodes. So what inspired this, and we'll talk about it maybe the next episode, was Jennifer and I took all three granddaughters and my daughter to a local pumpkin patch, a local farm that has you can go pick your own pumpkin, and they have hay rides and a bunch of shit for kids to do. And we've done this multiple times with Kalia and Wesley, and I've done it with my little brothers. It's something I've done for
Troy and Chris,
and then our
baby.
friends Troy and Chris came with us with their 4-year-old. But my granddaughter Ayana, who's 4, about to be 5, had several come aparts. That girl,
meltdowns.
She had several meltdowns where she just was like not getting her way, so she threw a temper tantrum. And I actually so I was like, let's talk about toddlers, because Jennifer and I both adopted. Like, Jennifer got an 8-year-old, I got a 5-year-old, so Clea was not in the toddler range anymore. So we don't have a ton of we've never raised toddlers ourselves,
right?
But we've been around toddlers.
Yep, and we're going to continue to be around toddlers because Elijah will be a toddler soon. So,
when is the toddler age? I think toddler starts when they start walking, isn't it?
Because that's what I want to say like 1 to 4, 5,
4 or something. Yeah.
Well, because I think preschool 4. Then I think of.
I'll look. You talk about your. I'll look up the toddler range.
Okay, so I love my babies. And they have glasses, and they are so cute with their glasses. And they're doing, for a 3 and a 4-year-old, they have not broken them yet. Wesley got 3 pairs of glasses in 1 year and broke all of them. And he was 11, I think. And then when we went to do the eye test, turned out he doesn't need glasses. He wanted them because he thought he would look cool. And I think he started getting picked on, so he just kept breaking them.
So, toddler, from what I'm seeing, is 1 to 3.
Okay.
So that sounds about right.
That's about right, yeah. Infant is 0 to 1, and then toddler 1 to 3.
Newborn is 0 to 3 months.
Okay.
Baby/infant is 3 months to 1 year. Okay. 1 year to 3 is toddler.
Okay. And
so I guess that's what
they're just kids.
Yeah, they're kids. So Ayana, my younger granddaughter Ayana is 3. She's Jalen's. But we got Clea at 5. And she was okay. I mean, she had her moments where she's like, she didn't get her way. She would blow a gasket. I feel like Ayana's a little bit worse.
we didn't see her then at that. I don't know. At 5, Kalia's was fear-based, I want to say.
Yeah, possibly.
Because the very first time I met her there was a bug in the car.
Well, that wasn't a temper tantrum. That was she had a panic attack because of the bug. But, I mean, she did have instances where she was, come unglued because she didn't get... And I've had to put her in timeout because of it.
Yeah. But I want to say we put Ayana in timeout way more than we put Kalia in timeout.
You're right. But we weren't around Kalia between 3 and 5.
Right. But still at 5, she was still having tantrums and timeouts. But, Ayana is probably going to have tantrums and timeouts till she's probably 10 because she puts those waterworks on as quick as fucking possible. Over silly things.
I really haven't spanked. I never spanked Clea. I actually popped Ayana.
Yeah.
Because she, we were at the pumpkin patch and she wanted to play with the bubble. They had a bubble station.
Yeah.
And she couldn't, it was so windy, she couldn't get the bubbles. So she got kind of frustrated and ran off. And I was like, Ayana, come back. And so I started chasing it. I can't run anymore because my hips, for our listeners, I've had both my hips replaced. And I can walk fine, but I can't run. They're still so tight, I can't run normally.
Right.
So I can't chase a toddler,
which is wicked quick when they want to be.
So she ran off, and I was quick pacing her, trying to catch up, and I was like, Ayana Monet, stop! And she finally found a tree and hid behind it, like she was going to hide from me.
Yeah.
So I walked up and I was like, come out. And she wouldn't. She kept scooting around the tree. I just grabbed her arm and I picked her up and she started crying and she started trying to squirm away from me. I was like, stop it. And she wouldn't. So I found a shady spot and I sat her down and I held her hand out and I popped it. Not hard, but I was just like, we don't do this.
Right.
You're going to stay here. You cannot run away from me, especially in a place you do not know.
And we do not know where you're going to go.
Yeah. Oh, I was hot.
Yeah.
But I just, she was crying and complaining. She's like, I want my mommy. I was like, well, mommy's not here. So you're just going to sit here until you can calm down.
Yep.
And then when she finally calmed down, I made her scoot towards me. I cannot do that.
Yep.
But I don't have a ton of, like I said, we don't have a ton of experience with toddlers. Nope. And you,
well, I do kind of, because I kind of babysat.
But when did you moved out, you moved away from your mom and from Patrick when he was 2? 2. So he was mid-toddler.
Well, he could talk. That's what I wanted.
He was talking at 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
He could talk. He could say, they hit me or dirty diaper or, know, because that was my fear. I was 18 years old when my brother was born. I heard horror stories, and there's still horror stories about daycares, leaving babies in cars. I was fucking scared. So I said no to college and was like, I'm going to help raise my baby, help my mama, because he's like my son in a way.
Yeah.
But then he's also he's also my little brother too, but he listens. So with Patrick, I have that relationship that me and my mama have, where we're friends, but then I'm also an authoritative figure.
Right.
So my mom is one of my best friends, but she can still give me that fucking look, and I'm like, oh, what did I do? Yeah. And I do that and I can do that with Patrick. So I can go have fun with him, but if he does some fucked up shit, I can be like mama mode and be like, look, that was not cool. I really didn't have to do that much with Patrick because Patrick was an easy fucking child.
I will say,
for me.
Yeah, I will say Jalen's a bit more like that.
Jalen is, she is
calm, kind of an old soul.
And she's curious and she'll do anything you want her to do. If you do it with her, but then example, there was this slide that was like a covered,
it was like a plastic drainage tube.
Yeah. So it's black and dark, and she was scared, and so was Yaya, which is what I call Ayana. And Yaya sat next to me. Jalen was in my lap, but then all of a sudden, Yaya was like, "Can you just push me?" And I was like, "Okay." So I pushed her down. I waited, and I was like, "Jalen, you ready?" She's like, "By myself." I was like, "Okay." So I pushed her. She went by hers, and she was fearless throughout all of them. But you just had to kind of go up and show her it wasn't that scary.
Right.
Because that's the thing, is like, if the unknown is scary. I think Jalen is going to be very independent.
I can see her be. She's going to be. I think she's going to be an old soul kind of girl. I could see her being like, especially if she's like, when she can see her sister doing it, she's a whole lot less scared.
Right.
But she's definitely going to be an old soul kind of lady.
Yes.
I think Ayana is going to be a lot more like Kalia.
Very much so. I said it yesterday, and I see it now. She's going to be very emotional.
Very headstrong.
Yes. My way or the highway, I'm just going to cry.
Yep. And we still get that with Kalia.
Yes.
So, but I like, from the people I've known who, I was actually talking, Zane and I recently made friends with a new gay couple that we had brunch with this morning, and we were talking about kids, and I don't know where I was going with that story, so we'll just keep on trucking.
Could have been nibblings, so they were talking about their nieces being, or nephews being that age and headstrong, or crying, or...
You know what'll happen is we'll keep talking, and it'll pop back in my empty little head.
Sorry for chewing, guys, but I had to start talking because you can't remember.
Yeah, don't. I was about to say, don't worry about empty silences in the podcast, because the software will actually take.
Well,
yeah. Anyway,
I don't like empty silences.
Yes,
you know this.
Oh, everybody knows this, Jennifer.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh.
Everyone who knows you don't like empty. You cannot handle a quiet silence.
That's very awkward.
And
then if I ever got interrogated, crackers. If I ever got interrogated by the police and they do that thing where they just sit there and look at you, I will unburden my soul. So it started when I was 2, and then a dog attacked me, and then
you're gonna be like Chunk from.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then I pushed my sister down the street.
Yeah, and then I blamed it on the dog. And I would so be Chunk.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
no, what I was gonna say is the people I've known who've raised toddlers is like, I remember Lindsay, who's been on the podcast, and Lindsay, I don't know if you listen to the podcast anymore, but I remember when her children were going through we were talking about the terrible twos, and she's like, they go from terrible twos to asshole threes, and I was like, oh, okay, I never experienced the threes, so I've never raised a child from infancy to 5, so I don't know anything about it. But
I want to say that the terrible twos they hit 20 and their brains develop. Well, Jalen is not an asshole.
No, not yet. I suspect.
Don't say yet.
Well, I mean, I think every child is going to have some asshole tendencies.
I mean, that's just life.
Yeah.
We all have asshole tendencies.
But I could see Jalen being kind of like me, where she's like, she saw Sissy being like getting in trouble, so she's like, I'm going to be the good kid because mom is stressed out by my Sissy being the bad one. Because I was like that. It was like, I saw my mom and dad stressed out by my brother, so I'm like, I'm going to be the good kid. But yeah, Jalen definitely, my 3-year-old granddaughter, I could definitely see her being the old soul. It's like, I'm going to watch it.
She'll be like the caretaker over her older sister, but being like an older to her.
Yep.
I see that.
I could see that too.
Because she's wicked smart.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
not saying that Yaya's not wicked smart.
No.
Sorry, I call Ayana Yaya. So if you guys...
For our newer listeners, I have 3 granddaughters. Kalia, which we're raising. Ayana, which is 5. Well, she'll be 5 in a month and a half. And then Jalen, who is 3. But Jalen is just like calm. She's very mature for a fucking 3-year-old.
Yes.
She's probably more mature than Ayana is at 5.
Yes, very much so.
She's like, if she sees her sister need to go to the bathroom, I need to go to Grandpa. I'm like, okay, let's go to the bathroom. And she's like, oh, they look so...
She's already potty trained. Like, she wears regular underwear.
Yep.
And Yaya wears pull-ups.
Well, Yaya has accents because she gets... I could see Yaya having ADD.
Because of when Kiki, your daughter, said she gets too distracted with her toys to go potty. That is kind of one of the signs.
Of ADD, yeah.
Because it's not... Your brain doesn't tell you... Like, hey, you gotta go pee. It's, we need to finish this.
Yep.
So I just told Kiki that, like, after they drink, just be like, hey, you gotta go potty. Like, interrupt them from them hyper-focusing to try to get them to, go potty. But we did really good. I think they went potty 15 times while we were at the pumpkin patch. But on the way home, me and Zane, because they had just went, I didn't think to say, do you guys need to go potty again? And we had an accident in the car.
It
happens. They're 5 and 3, but Jalen went pee twice before they left to go home, and that was not even in like a 45-minute period.
Like I said, Jalen, I think, is going to be the old soul of the two of them.
Yes.
I suspect Ayana is going to be a lot like her sister Kalia. She'll be the creative one.
The sassy one.
Yeah, a lot of attitude, but very creative.
Yep.
Kalia, God bless her soul, for all the trouble she gives me, she is just a goddamn muse. Like,
yes.
I am in awe of her. Not just talent. Like, she's got talent, but the effort she puts into it. She just I'm going to just draw. And I wish I had that in me too.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing to see her.
It's just like we heard from one dad somewhere that said, my kids just want to read. And I'm just like, oh my God, I wish my kid would just want to read. Because you don't hear that. You hear, I want my tablet, I want this, I want that.
Oh, it was from the support group.
Well, I didn't.
Well, I'm not going to name names.
Say that or not, but I can see Jalen being the mama, like me, like being a mama bear as she grows up.
Jalen will. Jalen will be the neurotypical child, and I think Ayana will probably have ADD, just because I can see her hyper focusing.
Yeah, but you can still be ADHD and be a mama bear like I am.
I'm not saying you can't. I can see. I don't know. I could see Ayana being a lot more like Kalia with
very
artistic kind of. Well, I don't want to say Kalia's scatterbrained. Kalia's actually pretty focused too.
If she, she hyper focuses, but then if you interrupt her, then that's when the monster comes out. And Yaya's probably going to be the same way.
Yeah.
And I was talking with Kiki on the back porch last night after we got back from the pumpkin patch because they had eaten dinner, and Yaya came outside. Because Kalia came outside. Yaya's not listening to me. So Kiki was like, bring her out. So we made her sit in the chair. And then she's just like, I want to go back inside. Like, look, you're not listening to your older sister. This is your older sister. You have to listen to her. There's not another adult around. That's your adult. Listen.
Yep.
Are you going to listen? Yaya, are you going to listen? And she just looks at me. She's sliding down the chair. And I'm like, no, Auntie J, don't play like this. Are you going to listen?
Is that when so I wasn't present for this conversation. All I was present for was Yaya running back in and not facing you.
Yes.
Is that, so
yeah, that's it.
I'm in the kitchen.
So
Jennifer and Yaya comes in and she's standing next to me and she won't look at Jennifer, and Jennifer gets down to her level and starts talking to her and she won't look, and Jennifer's like, look at me. So I grab her shoulder and I twist her, and she's squirming to get out of my hand.
And she's putting her head down. But Kiki's she does it all the time. I was like, no, not around Auntie J.
Yeah.
So I went in there and I'm like, look, I asked you a question and I wanted an answer. And I wanted a yes, ma'am. Because you need to know your manners. Because I'm an adult, so I am a yes, ma'am. When you go to school, you need to do yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. So you need to learn this. So Kiki was like, oh, don't worry about it. I was like,
oh, no,
I'm going to worry about this. So I knelt down. Y'all don't know, I got bad knees. I knelt down in front of this little girl, and I've had multiple conversations with this little girl. And I'm speaking to her, not like an adult, but just trying to
get on her level
and just to say, look, you cried over something that was so ridiculous. Then you got to go play. You got ice cream. You got, pizza. You got soda. You got drinks. Was that worth crying over? It's try to think about what you're crying, because you try to use that as a tool, and I don't play that. Cry all you want to. I'll wait till you get done crying. But what I wanted was a yes, ma'am, that you heard me say Kalia is your boss right now, and if Kalia tells you to sit down, what are you going to do? Sit down. Well, then you say, then when I ask you, are you going to do that? What do you say? Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I was like, okay, you made me spend 5 minutes with you when I could have finished talking with Mama and y'all could have gone home. Do you understand that? Uh-huh. Okay, go away. Let me go finish talking to Mama. But, like, you gotta start young.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's hard on Kiki because it's like, you know, she's got 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I have a lot of love. I know you're younger than me. You're way younger than me, but I still have a lot of appreciation for what you have to put to...
Jennifer's talking about Kiki.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. To Kiki. That, you know, I have a lot of appreciation of what you're doing for these babies. And I understand why Kalia is with Grandpa. Because you would have a moody fucking preteen that would, like, probably try to run away because whenever the kids are here, she goes hides after so long. And I was like, and at the pumpkin patch, I wanted you to have mama-daughter time with Kalia because you don't get that. Because you get mama-daughter time with, you know, the babies all the time. And Kalia misses that.
Yeah.
But it's not a good thing, in my opinion, for them to be together with the kids.
Yeah.
But she still needs it.
Yep.
So that's why we had the babies, and we was running around with the babies, trying to let Mama and Kalia just have their own time together. And she was like, you know what, I appreciate you guys so much because it's nice that I don't have to follow a 3 and a 5-year-old around. And then also that I get to spend time with my oldest and talk with her and do things with her that she wants to do. And then I was, you know, every time she leaves your house, I say, it is not a weakness to ask for help. It is a strength.
My daughter and my son do not understand that.
I understand, but I say it anyways. I was like, don't be like your brother. We will help you. Hell, if Jason Zane say, no, you have my number, fucking message me, call me, whatever, I will help. It gets so overwhelming. 24/7. You're working. You have a 3 and a 5-year-old. That's a lot. One day with them. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to bed now at 6 o'clock. It didn't really, but you know, it wears you out. And then the sun and the heat and the running and all that stuff. But it's so much fun.
Yep.
And then to hear, Auntie Jay, I love you. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Okay, let's go.
I'm always amazed with the girls, too, because, you know, Jennifer and I don't know how, like, I feel like Kiki's doing a good job with the girls, but I do feel like Jennifer and I are probably a tad more consistent with discipline than Kiki is. But I will say it always kind of tickles me that Jennifer and I are a bit more disciplinarian than Mom is. And yet the girls are always so super excited to see us, even though we've put them in timeout so many goddamn times, and we've not yelled, but we've had to discipline. And,
yeah.
But they, I don't know, like kids do crave discipline.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
With Noah, wasn't it?
No, Autumn.
Oh, that's right. Your niece.
Autumn is the youngest niece, I want to say, out of my sisters. We went on a family vacation to Orlando. We had this massive house. It was like a mansion. It had like 12 bedrooms. It was huge. Had a pool. Mm-hmm. My sister, who is the oldest of my 3 stepsisters, I don't feel like there's much discipline there.
Right.
I feel like Autumn kind of runs over her. But she knows she can't run over me. So like Thanksgiving, Christmas, anytime we hang out, I discipline the fuck out of her. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop. Do you want to go in timeout? And she'll look at me and like, what the fuck's timeout? Well, let me fucking show you.
Just because Mama won't do it doesn't mean I won't.
Right. So when we were in Orlando, she wasn't like eating her food or some shit first night. And I'm like, Autumn, eat your food. I don't want to. I don't care. You need to eat.
It's all you getting, little shit.
And then I'm like, sister, when was the last time she ate? Well, probably like noonish. And I'm like, it is 8 o'clock at night. Eat your food. Guess what? That baby ate her food. Guess what? Next morning we all are out going into the pool. Jennifer, come swim with me. Let's hang out. You know, like she's sticking to me. Mm-hmm. I put her in timeout probably 10 times while we were there for 4 days. And that baby still kept coming to me. Because
she wants your approval.
And craves that discipline.
Yep.
Because you need to give them approval and you need to give them discipline.
Yep.
So like when Yaya and Jalen both didn't want to do that slide, but they went up there with me anyways, and they both like went down by themselves. When I went down to the bottom, I'm like, I am so proud of you guys. You wanted to ride with Auntie J. Auntie J rode by herself. You did so good. I'm so proud because you have to give them that.
Yep, that praise. Positive
reinforcement because it can't all be discipline. It needs to be a mixture.
Yep.
And it has to be, you know, I don't want it to be discipline. Because then they're going to be like, well, Auntie J's a bitch when they get older because she always disciplined us or whatever.
They probably will be regardless.
I mean, Jalen, I love you. Yaya, I love you. And I was like, do you think I'm mean? I'll say to both girls, no. Kalia, and it was in the corn maze, so I yelled out, Kalia, do you think I'm mean? No. And I was like, good. Because I don't want them to think I'm mean, but I want them to know that I'm there for them, but I will also...
You're serious.
That I'm serious.
Yep.
Because I don't believe in whoopings because I never got whoopings as a child. Now, smacking on the hand when they're 2, 3, 5, whatever, I've done that, yes. Because that's a fucking socket? No. And it's not like I'm, you know, coming down with a fucking sledgehammer. I'm just tapping their hand. But that's a fucking socket.
Yep.
I know you want to learn your way, but I'm trying to save you from being fucking electrocuted. I mean, you know?
Yep.
So... there's things they have to learn by themselves, and then there's things that you stop them from learning because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But I love those babies so much, and they are growing up to be beautiful, whatever, after toddler.
I will say, though, as much as I love them, I'm so glad I can say.
And that's what a grandparent does. Yep. And that's what an auntie does.
I was, our friend Chris and Troy that came with us, they are early 50s, and they have a 4-year-old. I am so exhausted from the 4 hours we spent at the pumpkin patch with the girls yesterday.
Yep.
My feet hurt so bad.
Yep.
I was like, I wanted to take a nap at 8 o'clock at night because I was so tired. And I was like, I cannot imagine having to do this day in and day out.
And they do.
Yeah. And Troy.
There's so many videos of baby boy dancing in the living room with the puppy who is named Jasmine after Aladdin. And I was like, that is just adorable.
So Troy and Chris just got a little dachshund.
Dachshund, yeah. And the dachshund's getting bigger. But the dachshund will go on the trampoline with Axton and jump around and play. And it's just the cutest thing. And they're showing Axton work ethic at a 4. Because if daddy's mowing... guess who's behind him on his play mower? Mm-hmm. Axton. And he wants to be a dump truck driver, policeman. Troy told me there was like 10 jobs he wanted to be when he grew up. And they were all
blue collar,
meaningful jobs that help people, that related to what he does with his daddies.
Yep.
And he's just really cute.
He's precious.
And I really enjoy spending time with him.
I think Troy is too in love with that baby to spend any time away from him.
Yeah,
so it'll probably be about 8 that we get Troy when Axton is 4 now. So in probably about 4 years, maybe 6 years when he's like a tween and doesn't want to be around dad no more.
Yeah.
We might get Troy on the podcast.
Yeah. Because right now, like, Troy carried that baby everywhere, and I was like, put that motherfucking baby down. He's 4. He run that shit off. Well, he likes it. I don't give a fuck if he likes it. He needs to run.
Yeah.
You need to give him some, not space, but you need to give him his own...
Autonomy.
Autonomy, yes. That was a good word. And, you need to just help that baby out, in a good way, not a bad way, by carrying him anymore. He is not an infant. After infant, you don't carry that baby. Unless it's stairs. Like I had to carry Jalen upstairs.
When you said stairs, I was like, and she looked at me meaningfully like staring at someone.
Oh, no, stairs. So I had to carry Jalen up some stairs.
Yeah.
And then let her walk.
Yeah.
But let him run.
Oh, no, you're preaching at the choir.
Yeah.
I do not think it's going to, our words of wisdom are pearls before swine. It ain't going to do nothing.
No, it's not. And you know what? Let Troy have his happiness. Yeah. And that's all that matters to me, that he's happy. If he wants to carry that baby around and then he wants to deal with the repercussions after, then that's on him.
It'll be interesting in about 10 years. So we'll have
a talk.
We'll have a talk. All right, Miss Jennifer, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. And we're back.
We're back.
All right, my love. What have we been snacking on?
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. We are... Oh, I didn't even know that. We have some cheeses. And anytime we have cheese, I always have to have crackers. Jason just eats the cheese plain. I don't know how, but that's what he does. But we have been eating on bourbon, Bella Vitano.
I think so. Zay and I went shopping at Kroger today, and they have the Murray cheese section, and I was looking at their discount stuff, and it was a small little block for like $3.
Yeah.
I like it.
I didn't know it was bourbon.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. So it might not have bourbon in it.
All right, it says it's a Bella Vitano cheese. Let me see if I can read the label.
Yeah, because I kind of ripped it when I was trying to make the picture.
I think maybe it was soaked in bourbon or something like that.
Oh, cool.
It says bourbon whiskey. I bet it's the rind. I bet it was I bet the rind has bourbon in it.
I liked it. It was good. My plate's empty.
I think it's like the Bella Vitano kind of tastes like a bit like of an aged Gouda. It's got like the bit of the salt crystals in it.
Yeah.
So it's like a slightly harder cheese.
Yeah, but it's not like sharp.
Yeah, it's not. It's got a nice bite, but it's not making all the moisture suck out of your mouth.
Like some of the wines that we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I've done snack time and we've done the cocktail. So it's story time, and that is your turn, sir. Yes. So what is our story for today?
So since we were talking about toddlers, last year, I think it was, we were watching Ayana and Jalen. And Jalen and Ayana both fight naps like they are goddamn maidens in a tower fighting a dragon.
Oh my God.
And on many occasions, I've had to lay down with Jalen, let her just cry it out until she passes out. Even though I can tell she's exhausted and needs a nap.
I did the same with Yaya. 45 minutes on the floor thinking she passed out. I moved. Motherfucker was still awake.
Yep. And I did it with her. So this one time, I think she was probably about 3. She was over here. I was like, all right, it's time for nap time. Waterworks, screaming and hollering. I pick her up. I take her to the spare bed. I lay her down. And she I can't remember the exact... she's like screaming and kicking basically. And so I kind of
scoop her up?
No, I won't say I drop her, but I kind of a dropper, but it's like maybe 6 inches. A dropper is not far.
On the bed.
Yeah, not on the floor.
Because she's kicking and screaming on you.
Yeah, so she I'm holding her and she's kicking and screaming. So I take her to the bed. I pull back the covers. And I basically kind of just chuck her in there because she's just being awful. Little shit. So I don't wear them often, but I do wear I have a couple of necklaces I wear, chains with little medals on or pendants. She reaches out, grabs my necklace, and rips it off my neck.
Nice.
And snaps the chain in half.
Ow.
So I was like,
did that hurt?
Not really, because the chain was pretty weak. It was it's cheap metal, so it snapped pretty easily.
See, I couldn't wear that shit.
But I was like, son of a bitch. So I had to like dig around in the sheets to find the pendant, because there was 2 of them on the chain. I had to find, and they're small. So I was like, I had to dig around and find them. She's kicking and hollering, and I was like, okay, go to sleep, turn off the light, close the door. And I go lay on the couch. Was like, the way our house is, the bedroom she was in, it was like
it's a hallway, her door, and then you can hear
a 3-foot the hallway, another door, and then I'm on the other side of the other door.
Yep.
So I'm just hearing her screaming for 15, maybe 5 minutes. She finally chills out, passes out. 45 minutes later, she's knocking on her. Can I come out? Yes, you can come out.
Yeah.
But
you had your nap.
Rice on a
You're
cracker.
Good. Yeah.
These girls fight naps.
And I don't know if it's atmosphere or like location. Because I think Kiki said they do pretty good at the house.
Oh, she told me they fight naps so hard at home too. Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Oh, no. Troy, their baby, the 4-year-old, if they're doing something, he doesn't need a nap.
Yeah.
If they're at the house, he will take one, and there's no problem. That's what I was getting confused with, so I apologize.
Yeah, no, Kiki has said multiple times the girls fight naps, and it's always...
It doesn't matter location.
Yeah, they do not want a nap, even if they obviously need one.
Yes.
So, oh God, toddlers, I cannot imagine doing it in my 50s. Troy, Chris, hats off to y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm tired.
But they
love that baby.
Love that child so much. And I think somehow that love gives them the energy, especially Troy.
Troy is also...
He's a big kid.
Troy has ADD. I'm almost 100% positive. He just has excess energy. He can't, like... He was at the pumpkin patch we were at with the girls. There was a zip line.
Yeah.
And my 48-year-old ass, I was like, Clea, if you want to get on there, go ahead. I'm not holding the line for you. Do it if you want.
Well, she's old enough.
Well, I know. But, like, Axton, who is 4, got on that thing, and Troy is running with the zip line. I'm like, my old ass ain't doing that. And Troy is 5 years older than I am.
And Kiki did that with Jalen. Or Yaya. I can't remember which one.
Kiki is in her 20s. Fuck her.
I know. She's like 20s. I know. But still, at one point, Yaya or Jalen, I can't remember which one, like, let go.
I think it was Ayana.
And then, like, Kiki had to catch her.
Yeah, I think that was Ayana.
Because we were supposed to hold on to the whole time. But the thing is that she so before we even went to the pumpkin patch, after an incident that we're going to talk about, I was telling her, look, stop crying, because we're about to go eat yummy food, and then we're going to go play. They have a corn maze. They have corn. You just go play in the corn. They have slides. They have zip lines. And then she just busts out fucking crying on zip lines. And I'm like, why are you crying on zip lines? And she's like, I don't want to do it. Did Auntie J say, Yaya has to do a zip line? Yes. No. You are putting words into Auntie J's mouth, and I don't like that. Auntie J just said there's zip lines, not Yaya has to do it, did she? No. You gotta listen, baby, when someone's talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just explaining to you where you're about to go and all the fun you're about to have, and you're crying about this. So you need to breathe and dry the tears.
Toddlers.
And it worked.
Yeah. Until the next meltdown.
Well, yeah. But then she did the fucking zip line.
And she had a blast.
And yeah, even like when Mama had to catch her because she like let go and fell down, you know. She had a blast. So I'm like, well, we were in the car on the way home. I was explaining to her, like, you are pouting for no goddamn reason. I didn't say goddamn, but you know. I'm like, you were mad because of this when you have all of the other fun stuff that we did today. you need to think before you get into your mad pout cry thing, because that's not fun for no one. I was like, do you like crying? No. Well, then don't. And you can only, I'm not trying to like grown up to grown up. I'm just grown up to baby, but like, trying to like put that in just so it's the back of her mind maybe. I might have wasted my breath, but maybe one day it'll click and she'll be like, oh, that's what Auntie J was talking about.
Maybe. But
I'd rather try, because we're in a car anyways, than not try. And, there's a lot of people coming like around. So
yeah.
But yeah, so that I love that baby girl. But yeah, we have talks.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And for all our listeners, if you have talks with your kids, or if you have funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice, or if you have any ideas for topics,
please email us at guidetopoorparenting@gmail.com.
Or call us at 256-274-1329 and leave a message with any of the above.
Yes.
Funny stories, bad parenting advice, topics, anything, please call the number.
And thanks again for listening to another episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting.
If you like our podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on, or whatever kind of rating you can. Like us, comment, because some of them don't do 5-star ratings. So
give us a thumbs up on Instagram.
Thumbs up, something.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Whatever.
We'll all of them, just do something that says that you're listening.
Yeah. Even if it's a bad comment, Jennifer will look at it anyway.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm stating that beforehand. I don't care. I don't read it. So
that's right.
You can be as mean to me as you want to.
And if you don't like our podcast, just like when our kids ask for a cracker, but throw a fucking fit because we didn't give them the whole goddamn pack.
And that was the first tantrum yesterday. Tough shit, little bitch. We are going to go eat some good food and go to a pumpkin patch, so dry your fucking eyes.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.